Good afternoon, everybody. I'm glad to be here today. I noticed that we are significantly ahead of schedule, so I'm going to take a few minutes and get us back on schedule. Just kidding. Listen, it really is an honor to be here again on this stage. My parents taught me to be grateful and to say thank you when it was appropriate. And every time I get to speak to a group of Floyd County Republicans, I have to say thank you, because 4 years ago when I ran for the State House for the first time, you took a chance on me. You didn't know me, but you, Floyd County GOP, put me over the top and elected me to serve in the State House of Representatives, and I'm very grateful for that most days. And but I am sincerely grateful for the opportunity to serve you and represent you there. As Katie mentioned, Governor Nathan Deal also has given me an opportunity to serve as an administration floor leader in the House of Representatives. And Governor Deal sends his regards today, and he asked me to pass on his regrets for not being here today. He's actually campaigning for other Republican candidates in Georgia right now, helping us expand our GOP majority in the legislature, attending fundraisers for other candidates this morning, and he'll be packing up and getting ready to leave the country for an economic development tour in Asia in the coming week. And on that note, I would tell you that we have seen significant job growth, significant economic development and improvement in Georgia under Governor Deal's leadership, and that doesn't happen just by chance. We know it happens through leadership, and we know that because if you look at the numbers for Georgia compared to other states, we're leading the pack in job development in the private sector, leading the pack in new investment and economic growth. Since Governor Deal took office in 2011, we've seen more than 940 businesses relocate or expand, including $13.7 billion in investment in Georgia, almost 72,000 jobs created in Georgia, including recently right over in Whitfield County, 2,400 jobs and $450 million invested in engineered floors business there. Now, we've had a long span of job growth and a decrease in the unemployment numbers. Some of you may have read this week that there was an uptick in the unemployment numbers, but there's something behind that uptick you should know. And that is, it's the private sector that is growing. But at the same time, public sector jobs have been decreasing in Georgia. The size of the state workforce is lower than it's been in 15 years. And it's because we've had a downsizing of state government in response to economic trouble. We've cut state government budget and not raised taxes in order to balance our budget year after year. And that's the kind of leadership we have through Governor Deal and through the Republican majorities in the House and the Senate right now. At the time we've cut state agency spending year over year, we have not cut education, public safety, or human service agencies in their budgets. Because of the leadership we have, the conservative leadership we have in Atlanta right now, we've been able to maintain our AAA bond rating in the state of Georgia, one of only 8 states in the nation that can say that, which means that your tax burden in Georgia is still lower than any other state tax burden anywhere in the United States. And that's according to a study by the Tax Foundation that found that Georgia has the lowest per capita tax burden. So without raising taxes in the last 4 years, we balanced the budget every year. And we've had a few other conservative victories. Let me tell you about a couple of them. First of all, an issue that is of primary importance to me and many of you, we've made Georgia a safer place for the unborn. We've done that by making it illegal to have an abortion in the state of Georgia, an elective abortion, after 20 weeks of gestation, making it one of the strongest pro-life states in the nation. In the last week, through Governor Deal's leadership and legislative leadership, we were able to eliminate, for the first time, state health insurance coverage for elective abortions. That means your state tax dollars will not be paying for abortions going forward. We've enacted legislation that makes it easier for veterans and military families to get jobs in skilled trade industries in Georgia, a job sector that's going to have more than 60,000 vacancies in the next 6 years. And that move not only benefits us in the skilled labor force, but also keeps Georgia ahead of the pack in the next round of base realignment and closures that are coming. It helps us to maintain the $21 billion economic impact that military veterans and installations have on this economy. Finally, through Republican leadership in the State House, the Senate, and in the governor's office, we've expanded educational opportunities for Georgians. We've preserved the HOPE program for university students and for trade school, technical college students for a generation to come. And we've expanded by giving families and communities educational choice. We gave voters the option on what they wanted to do with regard to local education choices. So now, other communities that have not had the benefit of a charter system like Floyd County will have the opportunity to do that as directed by the families in those communities. So we've accomplished a lot, but we've got a lot still to do. We have to defend the people and the state of Georgia from those on the left who would like to further ameliorate our liberties, our freedoms, our foundational concepts. Our governor has the experience, the integrity, the intellectual ability to make that happen. And your Floyd County delegation also has the mettle to keep that going. Let me introduce to you our next speaker, who is our newest member of the delegation, Representative Eddie Lumsden. Representative Lumsden is a hard worker. He is a fighter. He's a fellow veteran, Air Force veteran. And I'm proud to serve with him. He's come in with the experience to be wise in his decisions and to look around, listen, and take note of what's going on, not to jump into fights that don't make sense, but to wait and save his influence to help Floyd County and his constituents in the best way possible at the right time. I'm proud to serve with Representative Dempsey and also with Representative Lumsden in the State House of Representatives. Please welcome Eddie Lumsden.